Spyro 2. Yes! Spyro 2 is a video game sequel that is actually good. It took some of the concepts from the original game and expanded upon them. For example, giving Spyro new moves, like now he can swim, climb, and perform a ground pound smash. Plus there are some nice touches added to the levels, like an intro and outro sequences, citizens of each world, and missions to complete on your way to collecting all the gems, talismans, and orbs in the game. So yeah, if you haven't figured it out, I really love this game. And today we're going to talk about my top 10 favorite levels from Spyro 2. Once again, this is simply my opinion, and flight stages won't be on this list since they will get their own list later. Well, let's get things started. I really like the theme of Robotica farms. Basically what's going on is that there are some robot farmers trying to get rid of some bugs, so they need their large bug zapper fixed. It's a fun little concept, and the level layout isn't all that bad. There is some simple platforming, and none of the enemies are too annoying. As for the missions, well, trying to kill the crow bugs is pretty annoying since they're hard to catch and they can respawn. However, smashing the pumpkins across the track is actually pretty fun. The biggest thing that bugs me about the level is its color scheme. To me, it just feels really washed out for some reason. But in the end, it's a really unique and cool farm level. Idle Springs to me is one of the more humorous levels in the game. What happens is that some tiki idols made by carpenters come to life and start attacking the carpenters who Spyro then needs to save. Sure, the layout of the level is pretty linear and you're kinda forced to kill all the tikis in an area before you can progress any further. It's the missions here that I really enjoy, like helping the dancers take out a tiki and solving puzzles for one of the carpenters. With this mission in particular being one that I really like, as it has you do things like making boxes glow, feeding a tiki head, and pushing buttons in the correct order. It's just a fun and simple early level. Once again, we have a level populated by robots, but this time in a city. Kind of. Metropolis has a funny story as it's about robots being attacked by farm animals, such as laser cows, suicidal pigs, and sheep and flying saucers. Most of the level is rather linear, but it requires you to take on lots of enemies. But there is a more open area where you can fly around and it's quite fun. Of all the missions, the only one I really don't like is the one where you have to fight the bull on ice, which is both an annoying and tedious fight, while flying around taking out the sheep and the flying saucers is rather fun. Other than that, it's just a fun, colorful level. Zephyr is the counter level to Breeze Harbor. In this level, Spyro is helping out worms fight off some birds, which I find to be a rather funny idea. The missions are also rather enjoyable, like herding some cowlicks into their pens, even if some of the cowlicks are kinda far away. And another mission where you're in a special area where you use seeds to create platforms in order to help a worm reach a bird that he is in love with. I will admit that the color scheme is kind of boring, and those chicks who spit out torpedoes are also rather annoying. But the level layout is good, and I enjoy using the cannons. It's just a good, humorous level. For being the first level in the game, it's definitely one of the more memorable ones, along with having some great music. In Glimmer, you have to help these cute kangaroo rats get rid of some lizards who are holding up their work. The temple sections are some nice open areas, but my favorite area is the gem cave, as I really like the glow of the shining gems. The missions are all good as well, like a couple having you glide around lighting up some hanging gems, which again, the ones in the cave being the coolest. And another mission where you have to go around shooting some rocks at some lizards, which isn't too hard. Glimmer is easily one of my favorite first levels in a game. Once again, we have a rather comedic and honestly strange level. Scorch is an Arabian-like level where you have to help out two children secret spies after one of them had gotten caught while infiltrating the temple. It's a short level, but I really like its desert theme, like the enemy camels who kinda act like chain chomps, and there is some decent platforming here as well. The missions are also good, like helping Hunter catch some monkeys, shooting some genies off of flagpoles, and then chasing said genies. Sure, chasing the genies can be kind of annoying since you have to avoid randomly thrown orbs, but I never seem to have too much trouble with them. I also like how the two kids are named Hansel and Gretel, which is quite the twist on that fairy tale. Maybe it's just me, but this is a very memorable level, and it's one that I look forward to every time I play the game. Sunny Beach kinda reminds me of Super Mario Sunshine, as they both have beach-themed levels that are also very colorful. In this level, you have to help escort some baby turtles to the Elder Turtle, and to do so, you have to get these larger turtles to stand on some buttons. While being a water-esque level, there really isn't a whole lot of swimming, but there is some fun platforming, and thankfully you don't have to worry about the baby turtles dying. Plus, it's pretty easy to get those larger turtles onto the buttons. There are also some good missions, like shooting some turtle boxes scattered throughout the levels, and the first turtle soup mission, in which you have to push some baby turtles into a pool to prevent them from jumping into a pot of soup like a bunch of idiots. Admittedly though, the second turtle soup mission is quite frustrating as it adds much more turtles. But that's a small negative to a nice beach-themed level with charming turtles and goofy-looking enemies, especially the ones wearing the snorkels. Yep, another water level. In Akira Towers, you have to save some seahorses by refilling the level with water, with each section of the level being filled with water by pushing some buttons. Thankfully, Spyro 2 has some great swimming controls, preventing this level from being really frustrating. The swimming really allows you to explore the underwater cave-like lower half, and the upper open undersea city of the upper half. I really like the upper half of the level, as the concept of an underwater city is really cool to me, and I get this feeling of being in a vast ocean when up there. There are also some good missions, like helping the King Seahorse save some seahorses by going up some towers scattered throughout the level while avoiding crabs and electrical barriers, as well as a mission where you get to ride a manta ray through some rings. Plus, I really like the Seahorse Citizens because I love underwater creatures, and despite the metal sharks being an insta-death, I really like them too. For being the only underwater level in the game, it's a really great level. Since I've already admitted that I kinda have a bit of a bias for ice levels, let's take a look at a really good ice level, which is exactly what Crystal Glacier is. In this level, you have to save the caveman leader. However, there are monsters who have been freezing everyone, so you have to beat up the monsters and save the other cavemen as well. I really like the cavemen citizens, as I find them to be very entertaining. I also like how they help you out in progressing through the level. The layout is quite good, and I like the large bones scattered throughout the level. Plus, the mix of white, blue, and purple really makes this a colorful place to explore. I also enjoy the mission where you have to help the caveman get his pet snow leopard back by feeding it fish. That, and I also find the snow leopard to be pretty cute. However, the mission where you have to glide around and kill the Draclets is kind of annoying since they can respawn and their layout is sometimes a bit difficult to navigate. But this is still a fun ice level that I really enjoy playing. If there's one level that instantly comes to mind whenever I think of Spyro 2, it's the Skelos Badlands. In this level, Spyro simply has to reach the exit in order to fulfill a bet between two cavemen. But there are plenty of other cavemen who do need Spyro's help. These would be the missions, such as finding the gold bones scattered throughout a level, which I find to be really enjoyable to do, and saving cavemen from some dinosaurs, which are quite frustrating and annoying missions. It's all about knowing the order in which the dinosaurs hatch with these. But I really love the lava theme of this level, as well as the mix of lava, bones, and purple and red color scheme that makes Skelos Badlands really stand out. Sure, the flying dragon monsters can be kind of annoying, as well as the fire guys whose heads explode after being hit. However, being able to run on lava and watching the gold skeleton dance are things I really enjoy. Maybe it's my own nostalgia, but I really do enjoy replaying this level despite some of its frustrating parts. It's a fun, well laid out level that to me is the most memorable part of Spyro 2. Well, I hope you enjoyed this list, and please let me know which were your favorite levels from Spyro 2. Next time, we'll be taking a look at Spyro 3. See you all then!